Hi, dear listener. I'm Marcus, and welcome to Yawn. Tonight, you're invited on a gentle escape, a slow, soothing journey to the heart of Paris, where every moment feels like a soft breath. Every street hums with quiet poetry. As you walk through golden lit alleys, sip warm tea in hidden cafes, and watch the city flicker beneath a lavender sky, your senses begin to unwind. Your mind lets go, and the noise of the day fades into silence. Let each step, each whisper of wind, each glimmer of light guide you deeper into rest and gently toward sleep. You're standing on a quiet station platform where the early morning light filters softly through a pale sky, painting long golden reflections on the stone beneath your feet. The wind carries the faint scent of dew and distant fields brushing gently against your skin. Around you, the station is hushed, peaceful. A few passengers shuffle calmly, their footsteps muted, their voices low and unhurried. You walk slowly toward the small wooden booth where a warm-eyed clerk hands you a one-way ticket to Paris. The paper slightly textured between your fingers, its edges cool and firm. There's no rush, just the soothing rhythm of waiting, the quiet hum of a distant engine, and the slow sway of trees beyond the tracks. When the train arrives, it glides in like a sigh, its soft brakes hissing like exhaled breath. You step on board, feeling the smooth metal beneath your palm, the gentle give of the carpeted floor beneath your feet. Inside the compartment, the air is warm, still carrying the crispness of morning, and the seat beneath you welcomes your weight. As the train begins to move, you settle in, your body relaxing into the rhythm, your breath matching the slow pulse of motion, and everything around you begins to blur gently into comfort. The train slows with a long, quiet breath, the rhythm of the wheels fading like a lullaby drawing to its close. You stretch gently, feeling the subtle shift beneath your feet as the city begins to rise around you. Through the window, soft raindrops tap against the glass, gliding slowly downward. You step off the train and into the heart of Paris, where the station's grand arches echo faint footsteps, and the air carries a delicate scent of stone, rain, and distant flowers. Outside, the world is wrapped in a fine silver mist, the cobblestones beneath your feet glistening, and everything around you, the voices, the motion, the honk of faraway cars, feels hushed as though softened by a shared sense of calm. You walk slowly through the station doors and into the embrace of the city, where warm light glows behind cafe windows and the scent of fresh bread and roasted coffee drifts gently through the air. The sky above is muted, a pale gray that makes every color, red awnings, green shutters, golden signs, feel more vivid, more alive. Your footsteps fall into rhythm with the soft patter of rain as you make your way along narrow streets paved with history. Each turn reveals a new detail, ivy climbing over old brick walls, the flicker of a lamp in a window, the soft rumble of a bicycle bell. You pass bakeries and bookshops, the warmth behind the glass a quiet invitation, and with each moment, your senses expand, your shoulders relax, and you feel yourself gently arriving, not just in a city, but in a story meant just for you. The air is warmer now, soft with the scent of blooming leaves and just a whisper of sun-warmed stone. You walk along a quiet alleyway that leads you gently toward the Luxembourg Gardens, your footsteps cushioned by the gravel beneath, your breath slow and even, matching the unhurried pace of the morning. Trees rise on either side, their wide green canopies swaying gently, casting flickering shadows across your skin as if nature itself were reaching out to soothe you. You pass families and scattered voices, but everything feels distant, softened, as though wrapped in cotton. Somewhere nearby, children's laughter echoes faintly as they launch tiny sailboats into the still waters of a round, elegant fountain. The boats bob and drift, their painted sails catching sunlight and breeze, gliding in wide, lazy circles. You find an empty bench beneath the wide arms of a chestnut tree and lower yourself onto it slowly, feeling the sun's filtered warmth across your legs and the slight coolness of the wood at your back. Around you, the scent of fresh grass and nearby roses folds into the breeze, and you sit there in stillness, your gaze following the leaves as they dance above, the clouds as they drift past, and the gentle motion of life as it moves around you, quiet, beautiful, and utterly without demand. In this moment, you are entirely still, listening to the hush between footsteps, the rustle of branches, the soft creak of the bench beneath you. You follow a quiet path that winds gently toward the Seine, where the sound of the river fills the air with its slow, murmuring rhythm, not loud, but steady, like breath drawn deep and long. The breeze that moves beside the water is cool and clean, and it brushes your cheeks with the faint scent of damp stone, old paper, and something floral carried in from a distant garden. As you walk, your eyes are drawn to the line of green wooden boxes perched along the low walls, the bucanistas, keepers of forgotten stories and hidden treasures. Their stalls are open, their contents spilling gently outward. Faded books with creased spines and gold lettering, delicate engravings of bridges and balconies, postcards from faraway times, their corners curled with memory. You pause, your fingers trailing over the edges of pages as you lift a book, its cover worn smooth by countless hands, the scent of aged paper rising to meet you like a whisper from another time. You thumb slowly through the pages, letting your gaze settle on unfamiliar words and illustrations, your mind resting in the quiet hum of discovery. The sky above is soft and pale, and the light has a silvery calm to it, glowing across the river, brushing gently over rooftops, glinting in the ripples of the current. You breathe in deeply, the air full of stories, and for a long moment you are nowhere but here. As evening begins to settle over the city, you find yourself drawn to a quiet spot along the Champ de Mars, where the last golden light of day lingers on the leaves, turning them into sheets of amber and bronze. The air is warm and gentle against your skin, touched by a soft breeze that carries the faintest hints of roasted chestnuts, flowering vines, and evening perfumes drifting from open windows. Ahead of you, the Eiffel Tower rises in graceful silence, its iron lacework glowing softly in the approaching twilight. You walk slowly toward it, your footsteps falling into rhythm with the hush of evening, the gravel crunching faintly beneath your shoes. Around you, the city seems to exhale, conversations grow quieter, motion slows, and the colors of the day melt into delicate hues of rose and silver blue. You find a bench tucked beneath a low tree and sit down, the wood still warm from the fading sun. The lights of the tower begin to shimmer, one by one, until the whole structure sparkles. It feels unreal, as though you are inside a dream. As the last traces of daylight slip behind the rooftops, you wander through a narrow street, dappled with golden lamps, their glow reflected in the rain washed cobblestones beneath your feet. You pause in front of a small stone bistro tucked between ivy covered buildings, its wooden sign gently swaying above the door, and through the windows you see the flicker of candlelight and the soft curve of shadows playing on the walls. Inside, the air is warm and fragrant, thick with the comforting aromas of melting cheese, fresh bread, herbs simmering in olive oil, and a subtle trace of lavender that lingers at the edge of your senses. You're shown to a small wooden table in the corner where the light is soft and buttery, pooling around your hands like honey. The chair beneath you creaks slightly, familiar and grounding, and as you glance over the menu, your eyes rest on something simple and nourishing, perhaps a warm vegetable tart with notes of thyme and roasted pepper, or a creamy soup scented with lavender and sea salt, served with slices of crusty bread that steam when broken open. Each bite is slow and tender, grounding you further into the comfort of the space. The flavors melt gently on your tongue, warm and delicate. For dessert, something light, a spoonful of fruit mousse, smooth and sweet, or the richness of creme brulee, its surface cracking like soft glass beneath your spoon. You sip a cup of herbal tea or a small glass of rosé, cool on your lips, and feel a soft heat bloom within your chest. With the quiet of the evening wrapped around your shoulders like a soft shawl, you return to your hotel, a small, timeless building nestled between shuttered cafes and ivy draped balconies. The entrance is lit by a single lantern, its glow gentle and golden as you step inside, where the hush of the night welcomes you like an old friend. Your room awaits at the top of a narrow staircase, and when you open the door, you are greeted by the calm embrace of muted light and the soft scent of linen and polished wood. The windows look out across the rooftops of Paris, their outlines traced by the last reflections of street lamps, while in the distance, the faint buzz of a tram. You undress slowly, every movement a release, and step into a warm shower, the water a gentle cascade over your skin, the steam curling around you, carrying the day away. You wrap yourself in a thick, soft towel, its fabric comforting and dry against your skin, then walk barefoot across the wooden floor, feeling its quiet creaks beneath your steps. You slip into bed, the sheets cool at first, but quickly warming around your body, their softness wrapping you like a cloud. Outside the window, the city murmurs quietly, a distant voice, a faint laugh, the low rustle of wind brushing the rooftops, all woven into a soothing tapestry of sound. Above you, the ceiling glows with scattered reflections of streetlight, trembling gently like stars, and as you watch them, your breath begins to slow, your thoughts unravel into stillness, and your body becomes weightless beneath the covers. In this peaceful cocoon, where the world is safe and still, you drift gently, silently into sleep.